Hello and welcome back. I am continuing to explore this turntable from Sylvania, not Transylvania, just Sylvania. And I did write to the service people to ask about things. I wonder if there's just a simple way to disable that tremendous feature, which is not at all helpful. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to peek through some other 78s here and see what I can find. Oh, let's just check the phone. Who knows? Maybe somebody responded, but I suspect that there will not be any response as of yet. Probably in several months after the 90-day extensive warranty has passed, I will probably get a reply. And indeed, I do not see anything. You know what, just before I go on to the record thing, I sense there is trouble brewing online. I was reading an article and I was reading an article by Leonard Tramiel, who is the son of Jack Tramiel, in reference to a meeting that supposedly took place in London, England, with Michael, Tomzak, and others, etc., etc., etc. And I guess whatever is in Michael's book, Leonard doesn't think is accurate, and so he wrote about it, which I could read to you, but I don't have handy right here. Anyway, Michael, of course, he took notes, he has pictures, he has things, da 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 da. And anyway, but the one mistake I think has been made in this is it is okay to agree to disagree, and of course there will be alternative facts, and you know, who knows what you know what, it was a meeting supposedly that gave birth to the Vic 20, and that's all fine and well and good. And anyway, I'm just trying to look for it here, because you know what, I should read more of this here, but anyway, there is a thing in here where Michael says, amazing how some morons try to rewrite history even when photos, memos, and historical accounts prove things happened. Anyway, I wrote farther down, history is a funny thing, and in the recent era of politics and other corporate shenanigans, the truth, or the search for it, seems to be the farthest from the forefront, and the endless spin leaves what actually happened as a rather irrelevant piece of the equation. The history of T-Pug is full of a variety of scoundrels. And it is. Also, not just, there's a lot of good people, but there were some scoundrels. And while memories fade, the truth is often not what people want to face up to, or acknowledge that they might have been less than perfect. I do not see the point of denying that a certain meeting took place, or did not take place. Memories fade. And in such a fast-paced corporate world, there are likely endless meetings, conversations, huddles, etc., 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 and times, dates, etc. might get jumbled. The history of Commodore and lots of other enterprises related to it, oh, I guess I left out a word, are part of history, are part of the history of the world of Commodore, and sadly the truth these days often does seem to be an afterthought. Michael Tomzak, I'm not a fan of cancel culture especially when my achievements, accounts, or verified events are called into question by haters who were never there and have no first-hand knowledge. These naysayers are vile. And I wrote, sadly, even if you had video and audio of the entire meeting, somebody would likely appear with alternative facts. I do not see how a meeting you noted and photographed reflects poorly on anybody. Decisions were made, history was made, onward. And then there was another fellow who, there were pictures that were posted, and this fellow liked them. And then in comes Leonard Jamil, who wrote the initial article, which I suppose I should read to you, but I don't have it right here. It says, Michael, who are you calling a moron here? And yes, you know, that's... As soon as I read the moron reference, I thought, oh, why? This is, I think, part of the trouble of these things. And you know what? I learned this a long time on, like I was running a bulletin board in my teens, and you would get people with different opinions on a variety of things. And the whole thing of it was, and it still is today, like, discuss the issues, do not attack people personally. Because unfortunately, the way politics have gone these days, I find there's a whole lot of unnecessary personal attacks and threats and other such things that get in the way of sorting out and coming to a consensus on an issue. And even though you indeed think someone is a moron, it's funny, this all goes back, my story I'm about to tell goes back to my TPUG days. And a fellow who I met through TPUG, and I can't remember his name right now, I remember his daughter's name was Doris, and I'd have to look up everything, and the reason I remember his daughter's name was Doris is because, of course, my mother's name is Doris. But anyway, he had a great saying, and that is, it's better somebody think they're a fool than you tell them. And many times over the years, I have had to point out deficiencies in certain policies and other such things. And in fact, if you start off a letter by saying, you are stupid, or you are a moron, or if anywhere you put in there that they're a moron, or that they're stupid, or whatever, it just gets people's backs up. As this fellow, this very wise fellow said, it's better somebody think they're a moron than you tell them. Or, now what was the wording? Or foolish, or whatever. So, I don't see anything terribly wrong with what Leonard Jamil wrote. It's his view on whether this meeting took place or didn't take place according to what his father said. And Michael Tomczak he took notes, he has pictures, he has stuff which shows yes, indeed, such a meeting took place. I don't see the real, like, okay, so somebody says it took place, somebody says it didn't take place, At this point in time, it seems, if it did take place, and I don't doubt that it did, and I don't doubt that it didn't, according, I don't know, I wasn't there, I can't say. But it does seem that it was the birth of the VIC-20, which is historically significant. And anyway, many times over the years I've used that, oh, it's better somebody think they're a fool than you tell them. I have used that many times when writing things to avoid the personal attack of saying that somebody's a fool or a moron or a goof or anything of that nature. But by the end of them reading whatever I've written, because generally this is best done in writing when tempers cannot flare up and emotions can get into it and people can stop you in mid-sentence and everything. Hopefully, with such things, once somebody has read something through, as this fellow suggested, they think they're a fool, and you tell them that they look at it and they say, wow, I'm a fool. And they can read it over and over and over, and they can look for where you said, you are a fool. But it's not there. So anyway, now here, because of the word moron, here we have the, let's see if there's more. Here we have more. Somebody named Alan Murphy is writing, Lennon Tramiel, could it be that you were mistaken about a London meeting not happening? I know you deny a marketing meeting took place, but it seems that maybe terminology, lexicon, is the issue here, as these photos show that this meeting certainly took place. Oh, now there's another notification. Oh, Michael Tomczak has spoken up. Okay, hang on. Oh my. Michael Tomczak. I guess he is replying to Leonard Tramiel. If the name fits, wear it. You are a blatant liar. Okay, so this certainly does not go in line with what I was just saying about it's better somebody to think they're a fool than you tell them. It does seem to be getting heated and perhaps nasty. I think I will have to follow this link and see what else is happening here. This is now supposedly about a meeting that would have taken place more than 40 years ago in London, England. Indeed, there are pictures from this meeting. Including, look, here's Michael Tomczak standing with a guard that certainly looks like he would be based in London, England. And here are other people that I don't know. But they are, hang on, we'll hold that there a little longer. And it says the Commodore UK team, Bob Gleedo, General Manager, Kit Spencer, Marketing, Leslie and Marie Spencer. Let's see. Oh, here's a picture. I'll just read the description before I click on it and make it easier to see. Chuck Peddle with Harold Spire, Dick Sanford, Sam Tramiel waving, and Jim Dion, far left, partially cut off. It's funny, when I was looking at this, I thought off in the corner there indeed was somebody who looked like somebody with the last name Tramiel. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Alright, I will have to look into this more, do more of this. Oh. It's like, it seems that here's a picture of Mr. Tomczak at a table, supposedly at that meeting, which, you know, the Big 20 happened, so certainly something happened. Anyway. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's see if there's any other. I don't see any other updates as of yet. Not yet. But I'm sure there will be. Anyway, I think I will stop recording and I will deal with this musical interlude later. And we'll see. I will, in fact, when I get a moment, I will find the article by Leonard Tamil and perhaps read it to you, and then we can carry on with this. Anyway, as I say, it is better somebody think they're a fool than you tell them. Anyway, things seem to be digressing in a personal way, and that is a shame, because both people involved in this were and are part of the history and the world of Commodore. Until we meet again.